Amalja wrong places. Ah, I get what you're doing there. Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orsin. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially led on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Lavenza. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orsin. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orsin near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Lavenza. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I don't want to do the work, so can you please do it for me? That's pretty much the summary of, like, the Scions. I'd much prefer to keep an eye on things from out here. Go and take a look about inside, would you? Yeah. This actually reminds me of playing WoW. And like my go-to, my favorite class was Druid. And I love, shifting into flight form and just coming down, picking up quest objectives and just flying off. Queer leaflet. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? A strange slip of parchment found at the Amalja encampment in eastern Lenosha. This leaflet, see the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nald Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orsin makes of it. Just walk in with my bird. Like I own the place. Am I in the right place? Oh. And I'm not even in the right place. Bring my bird in, knocking stuff over. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Excuse me. Here we go. Now, let us see what Sister Orsin makes of this leaflet. My Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? It's just a strange slip of parchment found at the Amalja encampment in eastern Thanlin. I think that was probably the same thing it said before. Just looking at it again, I was like, that looks different. Or I just have the memory of a goldfish. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Oh. The plot thickens. That's what I was thinking of. I had something on the tip of my tongue, and I couldn't think of it, and then there it was. The plot thickens, Lavenza. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt in irony. There's no doubt in irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. You doing okay? Who would do such a thing? Alright, I guess. More concerned about the mystery than yourself. That's fine. That's noble. Just wanted to make sure you were doing alright. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Lavenza. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Dress to deceive. Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Lavenza and me serve like with like, by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slopes should serve your needs, as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Lavenza, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I want you to don the old garment Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. In case you misplace the tunic and the slopes, you'll need to ask Isambard for another set. Which, if it's like the shoes, I probably don't have them. Oh no, I do have them in my inventory. I still don't know what was up with those shoes. So speak with the locals in... Okay, so get into it now. That's quite the fetching getup, especially with the big-ass sword on my back. Nobody is going to see that and buy that I'm a beggar. Huh? And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I think just for the RP of it all, I'll at least do that. There. Now people can buy him a beggar. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. I mean, is it that good a story? I kind of want to hear it. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And Azima is the one that I think people at least believe, if not like there's some confirmation. I think it's just like believe there's a connection between Azima and Azem, which is supposed to be your character. Which then, you know, I think there's now some idea of connections between the Asians, or specifically like the council of... I don't remember exactly what they were called, but the like council of like the ancients or whatever, and I guess the 12, and that makes you one of the 12, maybe. Which would be kind of cool. I am a god. So, okay, it's in here. I was worried I was going to come in here for nothing again. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Maybe you should take your filthy ass somewhere else. So rude. No, that doesn't look like... Are they maybe up above? Ah, indeed they are. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Wow. Such lovely people here. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Lavenza. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. I want to smack my head. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Lavenza. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no place for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Null Thal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. I mean, that's not entirely true. Like, you could have brokered the deal and then gone to the authorities, to the Immortal Flames, and, like, planned out some type of ambush or something. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the Immortal Flames, yet you did not. I swear, like I didn't read that beforehand. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. There's the dickhead. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. What? Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing of that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Lavenza, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Oh, I already took them out. Pray return to the waking sands. Ooh, I think I shall get dressed again. There we go. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter, it was already... Oh. Not what I was looking to do. So obviously this is all leading to Ifrit, but I don't know how much longer it's going to take to get to, and 3 hours is about the usual time I want to put into story per night. I mean, I'd love to do more, but it was already kind of enough work as it was just trying to get the story stuff I did on Saturday edited and up on YouTube. I don't want to overwhelm myself. Oh, I turned the wrong way, but... And she just says the same thing. I just like talking to Stola. Can you really fault me? Welcome back, Levens. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see, you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Thank you for watching this video. I've had a great time going back through the story. If you've enjoyed it as well, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come join me over at Twitch. My link is down below. I'll be streaming every Tuesday through Saturday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Thank you again.